Good afternoon. This is All India Radio and I am Valsa Williams with the Midday News. The headlines. Supreme Court says protesters at Shaheen Bagh cannot block public roads and create inconvenience. Parliament witnesses noisy scenes over Apex Court judgment on the issue of reservation to SCs and STs in promotions. Government to give statement in Parliament today. Union Health Minister Harshavardhan says India is well prepared to deal with novel coronavirus. Counting of votes for Delhi Assembly elections tomorrow. South Korean film Parasite makes history by winning Best Film Oscar. Hollywood star Joaquin Phoenix is the Best Actor for his performance in Joker. Renee Zellweger adjudged Best Actress for her performance in Judy. The Supreme Court today upheld the constitutional validity of the SCST Amendment Act 2018. A bench headed by Justice Arun Mishra said a court can grant anticipatory bail only in cases where a prima facie case is not made out. The bench said a preliminary inquiry is not essential before lodging an FIR under the Act and the approval of senior police officials is not needed. The bench said in a concurring verdict that every citizen needs to treat fellow citizens equally and foster the concept of fraternity. The top court's verdict came on a batch of PILs filed to nullify the effect of the Apex Court's 2018 ruling, which had diluted the provisions of the stringent act. Social Justice Minister Thawar Chand Gehlot said the government will give its statement today in the Rajya Sabha on the recent Supreme Court judgment over the reservation to SCs and STs in promotions. He said the government is seriously considering the judgment of the Supreme Court. When the House met today, the opposition, led by the Congress, raised the issue. Leader of opposition, Ghulam Nabi Azad, alleged that BJP is trying to deprive the reservation to SCs and STs in promotions. Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu said that comment and discussion on the Supreme Court judgment cannot be allowed in the House. The Supreme Court in its recent judgment said that there is no fundamental right which inheres in an individual to claim reservation in promotions, and no court can order a state government to provide for reservation to SCs and STs. Parliamentary Affairs Minister Prahlad Joshi today said the government has nothing to do with the Supreme Court's judgment that reservations in promotions is not a fundamental right. Reacting to opposition members' concern, the minister informed in the House the Social Welfare Minister will make a statement later in the House. However, opposition raised the issue regarding Uttarakhand government's role in this issue and demanded that remedial measures should be taken by the government. Lok Sabha adjourned for lunch till 2 p.m. The Congress Party today raised the question over the recent Supreme Court judgment on reservation to SCs and STs, saying it is against the rights of SCs and STs. Talking to media outside Parliament, former Congress President Rahul Gandhi alleged that BJP and RSS's ideology is against reservation. He said that they never want SCs and STs to progress. They are breaking the institutional structure. The Supreme Court today said the anti-CAA protesters at Delhi's Shaheen Bagh cannot block public roads and create inconvenience for others. A bench comprising Justices S.K. Kaul and K.M. Joseph issued notices to the centre, Delhi government and the police on the pleas seeking removal of protesters from the area. The bench said there is a law and people have grievance against it. It said they are entitled to protest, but one cannot block the public roads. The bench said there cannot be indefinite period of protest in such an area. The bench further said it would not pass any direction without hearing the other side and posted the matter for the 17th of February. Union Health Minister Dr. Harshavardhan today said the country is well prepared to deal with the novel coronavirus threat. Speaking on the issue in the Lok Sabha, Dr. Vardhan said all necessary precautions are being taken and the government is keeping a close watch on the situation. The minister said the government has constituted a panel to monitor the coronavirus situation. He said the Health Ministry is making video calls with other states on this issue. The minister informed the House that the Health Ministry is monitoring and reviewing the situation daily. Until now, 1,118 flights have been screened. Dr. Vardhan thanked Air India and the medical staff who were involved in the rescue mission of Indian students from Wuhan. India has offered assistance to China to deal with the novel coronavirus outbreak. In a letter to Chinese President Xi Jinping, Prime Minister Narendra Modi expressed solidarity with the President and the people of China over the outbreak of the virus in the country. The Prime Minister conveyed India's appreciation for China's assistance in evacuation of Indians from Hubei province. He offered India's assistance to face the challenge, besides conveying condolences at the unfortunate loss of lives due to the outbreak. China has expressed its gratitude and appreciation to the Indian side for supporting China in its fight against novel coronavirus. Reacting to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's message and offer to assist China, Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman said the friendly gesture of the Indian side fully reflects the friendly feelings of the Indian people towards the Chinese people. The spokesman added that China is ready to strengthen cooperation with the international community, including the Indian side, to jointly respond to the epidemic and safeguard regional and global public health security. The Union Government today said the University Grants Commission (UGC) has created an academic job portal on its website www.ugc.ac.in to help NET and PhD qualified candidates. Replying to questions in the Lok Sabha, Union Minister for Human Resource Development Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank said this will bring their academic profiles to the attention of universities, colleges and other employers. He said UGC continuously monitors filling up of vacancies with the universities. Mr. Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank today assured the Lok Sabha that strict action would be taken against people involved in the Gargi College molestation incident. During the question hour, Mr. Nishank said it has come to notice that some outsiders had entered the college, which is not right. He said the college administration has been asked to look into the matter. Gargi students have alleged that on the 6th of February, during the college fest, a group of non-students entered the premises and harassed students. Discussion is underway on the Union Budget 2020-21 in the Rajya Sabha. Initiating the discussion, Congress leader P. Chidambaram termed the economy to be in a state of demand constraint and investment shortage. He said demonetization and GST was a monumental blunder. Mr. Chidambaram said falling consumption and rising unemployment have brought the economy to a grave situation. Mr. Chidambaram said the fear pervading in the entire country regarding the taxation policies can be eased by taking away the free hand given to the officers of IT, ED, DRI and other enforcement agencies. He stated that the allocation towards key schemes have been reduced in the budget 2020-21. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, visit our News on AIR app and follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. You can also visit our website www.newsonair.com. Counting of votes for the Delhi Assembly polls will be held tomorrow. Delhi's Chief Electoral Officer Ranbir Singh said counting will start at 8 in the morning tomorrow. 21 centres have been set up in the city for the counting. Personnel of paramilitary forces along with Delhi police are providing multi-layered cover to EVMs at the counting centres. Voting for Delhi Assembly elections was held on Saturday. Visiting Sri Lankan Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa today offered prayers at the Mahabodhi temple in Bodh Gaya. He offered special puja to Lord Buddha and did meditation under the pious Bodhi tree in the temple premises. A high-level delegation accompanied him during the visit to Mahabodhi temple, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. National Deworming Day is being observed across the country today. Children and adolescents in the age group of 1 to 19 years are being administered a single dose of a safe medicine, albendazole, in all states and union territories on the occasion. The objective of the day is to deworm children and adolescents to reduce the prevalence of parasitic worms in the intestine. Children and adolescents who miss the dose today can get dewormed on the 17th of this month. Union Health Ministry has said inculcating healthy practices along with deworming treatment is essential for a healthy and worm-free life. Our Bengaluru correspondent has filed this report.
Around 49% of children till the age of 17 in Karnataka are affected by intestinal worms. As part of the deworming exercise, albendazole chewable tablet is being distributed to students after lunch in 75,048 schools and 6,422 colleges today. For Anganwadi children, the medicine is diluted with water and given after breakfast. Over 75,000 teachers, 66,000 Anganwadi and 42,524 ASHA workers are trained to administer the tablet to children. AIR News, Bengaluru.
Moving on to our special series on nationwide campaign on Ek Bharat, Shresth Bharat. Ek Bharat, Shresth Bharat campaign organized by the Information and Broadcasting Ministry gets underway from today across the country. It will continue till the 28th of this month. The broad objectives of it include celebrating the unity and diversity of our nation. A report from our Chennai correspondent.
The youth from the paired Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir are currently on their way to Chennai. From the 11th onwards, they will stay with their host families in Tamil Nadu, besides visiting several places of importance. The Nehru Yuva Kendra State Coordinator Mr. Nadaraju, who oversees the visit, says the youth will be given a wide exposure.
See, Jammu and Kashmir people, they are coming, they are staying, they will understand what is Tamil Nadu, what is the Tamil language, they will learn few words, so they will also share the Hindi word.
The Ek Bharat, Shresth Bharat program is providing an excellent opportunity for the youth of the southernmost and the northernmost states of mainland India to understand each other. Jai Singh, Chennai.
Director Bong Joon-ho scripted history by becoming the first Asian and South Korean filmmaker to bag the Best Director Oscar for his sensational class satire Parasite.
Parasite made history as the first film in a foreign language ever to earn Hollywood's ultimate honor, an Oscar as Best Picture. Bong Joon-ho went home a winner for co-writing and directing the movie.
Hollywood star Joaquin Phoenix finally ended his dry run at the Oscars as he picked up the Best Actor trophy for his performance in Joker. The 92nd Academy Awards ceremony was held at Dolby Theatre in Los Angeles, United States yesterday. Renee Zellweger won the Best Actress for her poignant portrayal of yesteryear actor-singer Judy Garland in Rupert Grint's Judy. Superstar Brad Pitt has won his maiden acting Oscar for his performance as stuntman Cliff Booth in Quentin Tarantino's Hollywood memory capsule Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Laura Dern won the Best Supporting Actress Oscar for Marriage Story. Toy Story 4 became the 10th Pixar Animation Studios project to take home the Best Animated Feature trophy at the Academy Awards. Meanwhile, calling out the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences over the lack of diversity among the nominees, actor-comic Leslie Jones has revealed she skipped voting on most of the Oscar categories as there were no black people in them. In cricket, India would expect its top order to fire to avoid a series whitewash when it clashes with New Zealand in the third and final one-day international at Mount Maunganui tomorrow. The match will start at 7:30 a.m. Indian Standard Time. Despite missing inspirational skipper Kane Williamson in the lineup due to a shoulder injury, the hosts shrugged off the T20 series debacle to claim the ODI series. New Zealand, though, will have the experience and leadership of Williamson for the final game as he has passed the fitness test. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Supreme Court says protesters at Shaheen Bagh cannot block public roads and create inconvenience. Parliament witnesses noisy scenes over Apex Court judgement on the issue of reservation to SCs and STs in promotions. Government to give statement in Parliament today. Union Health Minister Harshavardhan says India is well prepared to deal with novel coronavirus. Counting of votes for Delhi Assembly elections tomorrow. South Korean film Parasite makes history by winning Best Film Oscar. Hollywood star Joaquin Phoenix is the Best Actor for his performance in Joker. Renee Zellweger judged Best Actress for her performance in Judy. And with that, we end the Midday News.